Good evening and welcome to War Thunder's website. I am Old Dead Man, your host. We are looking at some battle rating changes coming to the game in this very month, August of 21. Now, let's take a look at what we have coming your way. We're going to go in country order and we're going to get all the vehicles for that country. Just run on through them. So let's start off with Britain. The Beaufort Mark 8 and the Blenheim Mark 4 are going from 2.0 to 1.7. The Avenger Mark 2 is going from 2.7 to 2.0. The Firecrest, the squadron battle vehicle, is going from 3.0 to 2.7. The Mosquito FB Mark 18 is going from 3.3 to 3.0. The Spitfire Mark 5B Trop is going from 3.3 to 3.7, and it should be able to support that. Very maneuverable plane, just don't overheat its engine. The Brigand B1, this is a surprise for me, is going from 4.3 to 4.0. It's more maneuverable than a B-25, and yet it's going to a lower BR. But the only disadvantage to flying the Brigand is that it doesn't have a bomb sight. The Spitfire F Mark 24, I hope you're looking forward to facing more jets, because that puppy's going from 6.7 to 7.0. The Meteor F Mark 3 is going from 7.0 to 7.3. The Vampire FB5 is going from 7.3 to 7.7. The Sea Venom FAW20 is going from 7.7 to 8.0. The Sea Vixen FAW Mark II is going from 8.3 to 8.7. The Stormer HVM is going from 10.0 to 10.3. And the AH Mark I helicopter is going from 10.7 to 11.0. Let's see what's coming up in China next. Over in China, we have the Hawk 3 going from 1.3 to 1.0, and the Ki-27 Atsu going from 1.7 to 2.0. The Ki-43 Co going from 2.0 to 2.3. The CW-21, a very good aircraft from everybody I know. Very good aircraft going from 2.3 to 2.7, and I could easily see it going up in tier as well when they next come up with their economy changes. Going up from 2.3 to 2.7. The P1Y1 Model 11 going from 3.7 to 3.3. The IL-10 1946 going from 5.3 to 5.0. I'm surprised it got that high in the first place. The Q5A going from 9.3 to 9.0. And the F5A, excellent aircraft, going from 10.7 to 11.0. So let's see what's coming your way in France. And over in France, we have the V156F going from 1.3 to 1.0, the F222.2, which always gives me a tongue twister, going from 1.3 to 1.7. It's got all those bombs. I'm not really sure it supports an additional bump in BR, but still. The Potez 630 going from 1.7 to 2.0. The H75A4 going from 2.0 to 2.3, as well as the MS410 also going 2.0 to 2.3. The A35B is going from 3.0 to 2.7. The Roland 1 is going from 9.7 to 10.0. Not surprised per se, just because a lot of those have been going kind of filtering upwards, but still a little, you know. The Jaguar A is going to have flares and chaff added to it, and they're moving it from 10.0 to 10.3. The EC665 Tiger Had helicopter, 10.7 to 11.0, no surprise. The Mirage 3E is going from 11.0 to 10.7. And let's see what Germany has in store, because I'll tell you, Germany's got a lot of stuff on this list. Moving over to Germany, we're going to start off again with the HS123A1 and the JU87B2 going from 1.3 to 1.0, the AR196A3 1.7 to 1.3, as well as the JU87G1 also going 1.7 to 1.3, the JU87G2 going from 2.0 to 1.7. I'm not surprised, those Cannon Stukas just aren't that good. Yeah, you can take out some tanks and things like that, but try getting into a dogfight with it sometime. HE112B1U2 is going from 2.3 to 2.0. The JU87D3 is going from 2.3 to 2.0. The HS129B3 and the DO217J2 are going from 2.7 to 2.3. The HS129B2 and the Romanian version are both going from 3.0 to 2.7. The DO217N1 is going from 3.3 to 3.0. The DO217N2, same thing, 3.3 to 3.0. The ME410A1U2 is going from 4.7 to 4.0. The Jagdpanzer 4 is going from 4.7 to 4.3. No surprise. But I did spade that recently, and it's not as bad as I thought it was. It wasn't good, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. So that might be where it kind of levels into. The ME264 is going from 4.7 to 5.0 bomb load. The KV1C 756R is also going from 4.7 to 5.0. The ME410 is going, ME410 B1U2 is going from 5.0 to 4.3. That's a 2-step drop. And to be brutally honest, I'm not surprised. The competition at 5.0 gets pretty fierce. The DO 335A1, the DO 217K1, the DO 217M1, and the DO 335A0 are all going from 5.0 to 4.7. The BF109 G10 and the Panzer 470V are both going from 5.3 to 5.7. The ME163B0 is going from 8.7 to 9.0. Do you think it can support that? You let me know in the comments. That's a crazy one in my eyes. The Flak Panzer 1 is going from 9.7 to 10.0. The Flak Rod is going from 10.3 to 10.7. The Leopard 2PL is going from 10.7 to 10.3. The EC665 Tiger UHT is going from 10.7 to 11.0. Now let's see what's going on over on the Italian side of the branch here. Over in Italy, we start off with a JU87D3 going from 2.3 to 2.0. It's also being joined by the FC20 BIS, which is also 2.3 to 2.0. The P108A Serie 2 is going from 2.7 to 2.3. The HS129B2 Romania is going from 3.0 to 2.7. No surprise, it went the same place in the German tree. The R3T20 FAHS is jumping from 4.3 to 4.7. There will be rejoicing tonight, that's for sure. The Vampire FB52A is going from 7.3 to 7.7, which matches with the British version of that. The Sagittario 2 is going from 8.3 to 8.7. I think it can go up to 9.0 without any problems, but we'll see, won't we? Let's go take a look at what's going on in Japan next. Over in Japan, we have the B5N2 going from 1.7 to 1.3. Key 27 Atsu going from 1.7 to 2.0. The B6N1 Model 11 going from 2.0 to 1.7. The Key 45 Tai going from 2.3 to 2.0. The Key 109 going from 2.3 to 2.0. And I'm not surprised. That's a piece of junk. And that's on a good day. The D4Y2 is going from 2.7 to 2.3. The P1Y1 Model 11, 3.7 to 3.3. I think they're having some trouble placing the light bombers that aren't maneuverable enough to be heavy fighters. And that's what I think we're bumping into here overall. The B7A2 is going from 4.0 to 3.7 and makes 0 sense doing so. That is a good aircraft, decent dogfighter for its size and weight. And you can catch some really cheeky fighters on by surprise with that thing. But, you know, what do I know? The A6M5 High going from 4.7 to 5.0, along with the A6M5 Atsu. The Key 87 going from 6.0 to 5.7. Same thing for the Key, the Key 84 High is going from 6.3 to 6.7. That looks like they're trying to work some of those super props up into that jet tier a little bit more. Be nice to see them kind of move some of the jet tier stuff farther up too, kind of decompress that whole area. The R2Y2 Kai V2 and V3 both going from 7.3 to 7.7. And the Key 200 going from 8.0 to 8.3. That's everything in Japan. Let's wander on over to Russia and see what Mother Russia has in store for us. Over in Russia, we have the SB2M103 MV3 going from 2.0 to 1.7. The PE3E going from 2.3 to 2.0. The Yak-4 from 2.3 to 2.0 as well. The MiG-315 going from 2.3 to 2.7. The PE3 from 2.7 to 3.0. I think that's being a little bit taken advantage of lately, so that might be going up a little bit more. The IL-237 going from 3.0 to 2.7. The PE2-1 going from 3.7 to 3.3. The PE-283 and the PE-231 going from 3.7 to 3.3. The PE-2-110 going from 4.3 to 4.0. The PE-2-359 from 4.7 to 4.3. Again, we're seeing a lot of these light bombers that are just not quite agile enough to be fighters dropping a bit. The Su-6 AM-42 is going from 5.0 to 4.7. That's an interesting one. What do you think of that one? Is that one, the Su-6, one you think can drop, needs to drop? I've seen some people do some amazing things with that one. Moving on, the IL-10 1946, the IL-10 itself, the Su-6 M71F, the T-3485D5T, and the Su-85M are all going from 5.3 to 5.0. Going the other direction, the Yak-3U is going from 5.3 to 5.7. Well flown, that Yak is really, really good. The problem is how many people fly it well, you know what I'm saying? Object 268 going from 7.0 to 6.7. The Su-7B is going from 9.3 to 9.0. The G.50 is going from 10.3 to 10.7. Good. Shouldn't have gone down in the first place. The Su-17M2 is going from 10.3 to 10.7. T-90A from 10.7 to 10.3. The Mi-28N is going from 10.7 to 11.0 even. And the G.52 is joining it also at 11.0, and good riddance, says I. So that's everything in the Russian tree. Shall we step on over to Sweden and have a discussion about what they have? Over in Sweden, we have the B-17 BS. That's not a nice name. That just isn't a nice name. That's just mean. And they're going from 1.3 to 1.0. The J-22A is going from 2.3 to 2.7. The 22B is going from 3.0 to 3.3. The 21A1 is going from 3.7 to 4.0. The 21A2 is going from 4.0 to 4.3. Excellent aircraft all right there. Those the J-21s, really effective. The J-28B is going from 7.3 to 7.7. And that's everything Swedish for today. Shall we move on to the United States of America? Over across the pond, where the colonies reside, we have the United States with a relatively decent little set of changes, but not very large this time. Kind of interesting. The SB2U2 is going from 1.3 to 1.0. The PBY5 Catalina is going from 1.7 to 1.3. I love the Catalina. It's a lot of fun. The SBD3 is going from 2.0 to 1.7. Not surprised, really. TBF1C 2.0 to 1.7. The B34 from 2.7 to 3.0. All right, which one of you guys have been using the B34 as a heavy fighter? The Ki-61 1B is going from 3.3 to 3.0. The XA-38 is going from 4.3 to 4.0. The M4A176W is going from 5.0 to 4.7. Interesting. We could be forming a new lineup down there for the U.S. The M4A3E276W, on the other hand, is going from 6.0 to 6.3. The F2G1 is going from 6.3 to 6.0. I'm not surprised. I like the aircraft, but I also know it handles like a brick for most players. The F80C10, 7.7 to 8.0. The IPM1 is moving from 10.0 to 10.3, and I haven't the foggiest clue why, because there's nothing new going on with it that would justify that jump. The Merkava Mark 3D is going from 10.0 to 10.3. I'd say that people have finally started spading that thing, and therefore it's starting to get better statistics now. The AH-1Z, the AH-64A, and the AH-64A Petin are all going from 10.3 to 10.7. And the AH-64D is joining the top of the top tiers and going from 10.7 to 11.0. And that's everything over in the colonies of the United States of America. And that is all the BR changes. What do you think? I'd like your thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and the style I did it in. And thank you very much for joining me today. Give me a comment down below. I'd appreciate knowing what you think. You have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you in War Thunder.